with some friends. Maybe get yourself set up to have them come in and play this game we're averaging what, a 5-minute session? A 5-minute session, and then call it. And then put your dogs up and go have dinner. If your dog's really beeline directly at somebody when they come in, like I said, you can put your dog outside for a little while, let them hear somebody in the house, and then play the treat-retreat game when your guests are stationary. After your dogs master the stationary guest, you can change your guest's position. You can add a stationary guest. Once they master that, they can master guests moving a little bit at a time. That's lovely right there. No, just a barely little bit of a stretch. Lovely. So if you can get him to take it, so this is your first goal, right? Just get that. Oh. How does that look from y'all's angle? Is he stretched out or is he balanced? I can't see. No. So now you get to start looking at him. Now I want you to look at him. 1,000, 1,002. Now say hi. Good. Now chuck, yes. 2 or 3 at most, then chuck him away. Let's see what else he does. If he comes back again, another variation that you could do is drop that treat so it's ever so slightly under your extended leg. And see what he can do for that. Good. Put the bowl down, grab a couple of spare treats, and then what you're going to do is you're going to offer the treat so he's got to come over an extended hand. So we're changing her position ever so slightly. So he's got to come over your hand. Good. And if you are worried about your guest trying to scratch his neck, they can flip their hands upside down. So he can come over further. Very comfortable. I'm not so sure about that. That's right, and I love that she's aware. So she can hold it over. You can, using the body for a variety of different ways. We can have it under the legs. She, when you're working with guests that are sitting, the first thing you could change is maybe have them extend a leg so that they're having to come closer to your body. Just look at him and talk to him a little bit more. Will he tolerate any eye contact?
He's looking away.
How soft is his mouth? That's not something I brought up yet. A little bit of a lean there. Toss him back to mom. I forgot to mention, when you're doing these exercises, another really, really beautiful thing to look for is how soft is the dog's mouth when they take treats. If they come in and just really nail your hand, or there's teeth, or there's pressure, that means they're still stressed. So when we're stressed out, we lose our fine motor skills. And if he's coming in hot, grabbing those treats really hard, then he's not really relaxed yet. We want the dog to be like, this is great. Just take that treat. I don't feel the need to snatch and grab. So that's another indicator on top of him being balanced, good body position move there. Drop one in front of your right foot. See what he does. Sorry. That's okay. The other one. So he's got to come closer to that leg. You see a little bit of a lean there. Good. Toss one to mom and gather him back up. Remember to make sure all of my protocols are in place. Here we go.
My puppy
So
gets
the progression
confidence
again
from my
that we're going to be
dog.
striving for is that he will be able to come and take treats from us.
She had surgery.
Our position
So I had to keep them separate.
This time.
So it was hard, but it was good for the puppy because he learned.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll take turns. So do 2 or 3, and then I'll do 2 or 3. Oh, you got 3 on. There's lots. There it is. Take him there. He's like, did you guys see that one? He deliberately was like, hey, I'm right here. You got the cheek? Good, and I'm about to see if they'll do the same. I want to be special. I am her.
He's a cheese
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, he definitely wants cheese.
Hot dog. That's processed cheese. Who needs that? We're all organic.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
That was good.
Nice balance.
Looking at straight at you.
Not as close as Doma. But that's okay. Right? I'm going to pay him there. I'm going to chuck him further away. Give him a chance to set up. See, he's not paying attention to me to the starting to crouch. It's a beautiful indicator. Once you start to see these body language cues, it becomes really fun to be able to say, "Oh, I see your dog is really stressed." It really does. You can kind of get to the point where you're an advocate for other people's dogs when they're just not seeing it, and then you end up working as a dog trainer and helping.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's like, no, forget the hot dogs.
It's okay, man. Hot dogs are good.
Oh, that's great.
A little bit of a lean. Did you guys see that one? So then I'm going to stop so he can go back to Dawn.
You gestured to her, and he looked at her.
I like her better.
He won't for long on that hours.
All right, so what I'm going to do, since we're out of cheese, I'm going to give this to her, and then I'm going to move. I want you to observe what happens when I move. Now, I am moving away, so I'm creating a bigger buffer. Ideally, no, we would have been better prepared, but who knew he was only going to watch it?
I just really want this piece of cheese stuck to it.
Did I step on it?
With this thing.
So I'm going to toss this away so we get some good. So now, what you're going to strive for is when you are changing the environment or changing people in the environment, you would create more distance and then set up. Not going to like that. So he's already come and taken a treat from me. I didn't have a real clear view. He was stretched out a little bit, but his mouth was really soft. Still not cheesy. There's one on your left. Good, nice setup there. The bigger ones are better. Great. Hi. Oh, so good. Introducing some eye contact. Oh, you good man. And we can talk about doing a little bit of movement, a little change of position. Toss them away because I took a few steps. Literally moving 1 or 2 steps. And we're going to do 1 step at a time. Just 1 or 2 steps here and there, and then you can start playing the game again. He's like, who's got the cheese? She's got it. She's not big pieces. So move like little bit by little towards the red ball. We want to make sure that, good, that's good. Now stop there and see what he does. We're not trying to lure him to follow. We're just wanting him to maintain a balance while people are moving. So changing the person's location, their position, how much we can look at him and talk to him. He's handled me coaching throughout this whole thing really, really well. And stop. changing my position to get some cheese for him. If he had not come a couple of times easily, I probably would not have offered my hand as quickly. So placing that on my knee, so where he had to come a little further in, but reducing the volume that I'm talking. Oh, hi there, how are you? Look at you, good man. Oh, you're so good. We're gonna walk. Get that cheese.
Now, remind me what his, since we've progressed so far, what were his fearful issues?
I believe when people come into the home, he does a direct